Hey YouTube, this is Rex60 here with part 1 of the video. I actually want to show off. Um, Showed you guys before in the teaser that I have the mystery port cable. And I know a lot of you guys wonder, like, I want to see it working and stuff like that. Well, about that, right when I got the package today, I did what everybody was thinking. I plugged it into the PS Vita mystery port, plugged it into my computer. Next thing I know, my Wi-Fi signal is gone. That wasn't the first weird thing. I thought, like, okay, maybe it's just a cable that like cuts off all connection and wants like a straight data connection. It doesn't want you to do anything else, which is fine. Maybe it's like the right code or something. I don't know. Then once I started trying to use apps and stuff like that, the PSV started to slow up. And no, this isn't like an urban legend or some crap I'm making up. I don't do that crap. And after that, I started freaking out because like I never noticed my PSV had actually slow down in real time. I powered it off, at least tried to. Once I tried to power it off, it froze, like it literally like bricked itself. So I freaked out, unplugged the cable, unplugged it from the PS Vita, and tried to turn it off. It was still frozen. So I took my memory card out, my game card out, like all those. Like it gave a little notification that I did that, like with a little sound like doot doot, and that went out. But it was still frozen at the screen that says power off. So I was freaking out. I looked at the battery level and I noticed I haven't charged my Vita in a while. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I figured once it dies, I can just charge it up, restart it up, and make everything be back to normal. Well, not exactly. It died, you know, the battery died and everything on it. It stopped, but the blue light was still on. At first, I thought my PS Vita became a zombie. Like, no joke. I thought it couldn't die at all because it stayed on no matter what I did. So, push comes to shove. I broke out all my small screwdrivers and took this bad boy apart. First thing I thought would be the smart thing to do is disconnect the battery and just left it there. Came back maybe 5-10 seconds or so, put the battery back in, put all the screws and everything back in. And after that, I let it charge. I gave it like maybe 5 minutes. I know Sony would probably tell you to give it a couple 10-20 minutes to charge and all that crap. All I wanted to see if it worked, that's all. So after putting it back together, it took me a while. I lost some pieces and screws, and I found them again. I put my memory card and my game cartridge back in. But right when I started it up, it asked me, did you want to update your database or something like that? I said, yeah, because I figured like it's just like trying to fix itself. And it updated the database, and it's working just fine now. You know, does everything it's supposed to do. Just fine. So, to my conclusion, I don't think Sony wanted people to use this cable. I really don't. And in part 2, I want to talk about who actually made the cable. Well, not actually who made the cable, but who partnered with Sony to get this cable made, like for their product too. Because I really think after their partnership wasn't really a thing anymore, Sony was like, well, fine then. I'm not gonna let this port even work on the PS Vita anymore. You know? It was like a bad breakup or something. And now we're like left with this port that no one's gonna be able to actually use. Well, maybe a hacker one day, maybe, or something, or a person that modifies PS Vitas. But I, for one, not gonna be able to use it. But yeah, it fits right in there snugly though. But I'm not gonna tell you like the camera or who Sony worked with right now. I'm just gonna give you guys like the basics of what happened right when I got the cable and right when I plugged it in. But yeah, if you guys happen to find the cable before I put part 2 out and tell you guys where to get it and things of that nature, good luck, because when it bricked my PS Vita, I was scared, like no joke. I was like, ooh, it's not under warranty or none of that protection plan, none of that crap. I am in trouble. I'm gonna have another useless Vita sitting here just like this one until I fix it. And then I was being smart, took the battery out, put that back in, put the PS Vita back together, things of that nature. Let it charge up, update the database, and boom, it's fine again. So I'm like, thank God, thank God it was completely bricked. But yeah, I'll give you like one hint or one detail, I guess, before I call this, come to a conclusion in this video. Check out Godman Jim on YouTube, because he's the one that basically gave me the hint to where this cable, or what this cable is, or where to get it. Because he has a forum where he posts all his like about his videos and things of that nature. And on his forum, he talks about one of his friends actually found the cable, and all he says was it's a Sony camera cable, and it's on Sony products, which it's kind of true, but kind of isn't. And I'll talk about that in part 2, where Sony actually did a partnership with some other company, and that company in particular made the actual cameras that he shows in his pictures. So yeah, this cable is actually out there. You can actually go buy it right now for brand spanking new. But it isn't known on the internet as a Sony. It isn't labeled as a Sony cable. That's one thing you cannot look for, because it won't work. Like, you won't find it as a Sony cable. Trust me, I tried it. I looked up all Sony stuff and it was like, it didn't come up as anything. So I was like, this isn't made by Sony then. But I think that's enough details for now. I don't want to spoil everything right now. But yeah, see you guys in part 2. Thanks for watching my videos. You know, make sure to subscribe and things like that. Make comments below. Hopefully I have more interesting videos like this for you guys, and see you later.